Hi, it's Bob from HeCooksForMe.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to put together some crab cakes with a Chardonnay cream sauce. We're going to use Ritz Crackers in our crab cakes tonight. You want them to be ground extremely fine. So this is actually a coffee bean grinder, but you can use a food processor, a blender, anything. You just want them to be ground so that they're super fine. And we want to end up with, this is 1/3 of a cup, and we're going to do it heaping. So I'm going to go ahead and grind those and then we'll show you the rest. We got the Ritz Crackers into a really fine powder, and you can see it's a heaping 1/3 of a cup. You might even use up to a 1/2 cup on that. The rest of the stuff we're using in our crab cakes, we have 1 pound of crab, we have 1 egg that we just scrambled up, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. You don't want Miracle Whip on it, you want a true mayonnaise. 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of Chesapeake seasoning. So this is Old Bay. There's many different kinds of Chesapeake seafood seasoning out there, but we like the Old Bay, so we're using that tonight. This is 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire. We'll use a dash of Tabasco, and then those cracker crumbs. So first we're just going to mix together all the ingredients except for the crab and the cracker crumbs, and whisk all of this together so it makes just a nice sauce in here. That's stuck in there a little bit. And I'm actually going to do a couple dashes because we do like a little extra heat in our cooking. That's up to you completely how you like your crab cakes to come out. If you like a little extra spice to them, do some of the extra Tabasco. Now most of this is just getting that mayonnaise to break up and then combine in with everything else. Easiest way to do this is a whisk, because it kind of cuts up that mayonnaise and works everything in together. So you end up with just kind of a sauce like that, and that's what's going to hold everything together in your crab cakes. Now we're going to put our crab in there. So this is just crab. This is actually crab we caught out on the Oregon coast. It's a Dungeness crab, and we've already cracked it, so it's just in the pieces of the crab meat. You can get your crab pre-cracked. I know Phillips does lump crab meat a lot. And then we're going to put in our cracker crumbs. And now I'm just going to mix this up by hand, because you want kind of that sauce to all get folded in there, and you want all of your cracker crumbs to come into the middle of it. You can also do this with a wooden spoon. The big deal here is you don't want to break up that crab any more than it already is. You want the hunks of crab, because that really helps hold everything together. This is that crab mixture all mixed up, everything mixed together really well, but really trying not to break up that crab meat. So I'm trying to get this into 6, 7, 8 separate pieces. I'm just going to form the crab cakes a little bit by hand and barely smash them down so that they are kind of in the shape of a crab cake. You don't want to smash them like a hamburger patty. You don't want to get them too thin, because you'll break up that crab meat again. So it's a delicate process. You just kind of have to have a feel for it, and you'll get it as you go. This is wax paper that I put down on a baking sheet. All of these are going to go in the fridge. They need to get cold after I formed them like this, so that they stay together as we fry them. So I need to be able to fit this whole thing into the fridge, and we'll cool them for 45 minutes to an hour. So I'm just going to keep forming all of these, and again get 6 to 8 crab cakes out of the batch. I made 7 crab cakes out of this. You can see I tried to get them kind of uniform in size, because that way they'll cook at the same amount of time. I'm going to cover them on top with another layer of wax paper just to keep them from drying out a bit. And now these go in the fridge for 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll fry them on the stove. I've heated about a 1/2 inch of oil in a wrought iron skillet. You want a really heavy skillet for your oil so that it can handle the heat that's going to be here. I just sprinkled a little water in there. That's the popping you can hear. When it pops like that, that's when you know your oil's hot enough. So I'm going to put our crab cakes in now, and we're going to do them for about 4 minutes aside. Yep, a little sizzle going there. And it's going to take a couple batches to get through all the crab cakes. But just let them fry in that vegetable oil, And it's going to take 4 minutes aside, so I'll flip them and we'll show them to you when they're done. We actually went closer to 3 minutes. I had that oil pretty hot when we put them in. You can see how brown these crab cakes are. So we flipped them over. We're cooking the other side. When they're done, we're actually just going to put them on a plate with a paper towel. Let that oil drip down into that paper towel so we're not eating the oil. I used a paper towel to take off the excess oil on our crab cakes. This is our Chardonnay sauce that we did. And I'm just going to drizzle that over the top of them and make them look nice for our serving. We're actually going to serve ours tonight with a loaded baked potato. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and consider hitting that red subscribe button. It really helps if you can share my videos with friends and family that might be interested, or watch some of the other videos on my channel. I hope this dish, or one of my other featured dishes, finds its way into your kitchen soon.